Welcome back. Let's check markets this morning. Stocks looking to extend yesterday's losses. It was a tough day yesterday. The major averages in the U.S. posted their largest declines of the year yesterday, coming after President Donald Trump's executive order on immigration sparked some backlash across the country. John Hilsenrath with us this morning. What's your take on this, John?
Well, you know, I think at the end of the day, the market is going to respond to how the economy does and whether Trump advances his agenda. This post-election rally came on the idea of tax cuts, infrastructure spending, and regulatory reform, and the market is saying, is he going to be able to come through on this? It's basically been treading water since January because there's some reason to doubt he will be able to follow through.
And I say, where's Steven Mnuchin, the Treasury Secretary? He's sitting in, waiting to get confirmed by a Senate that is obstructing things. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you could argue that they're obstructing things. There's also a lot of, because these guys came in with such big private portfolios, there's been a lot of vetting that has had to go through getting these guys passed. It looks like over the course of the next few days, week or so, that they're going to be able to pass them. But, you know, in terms of tax reform, that starts in Congress. We have to see that moving forward in Congress. Mnuchin can't make Paul Ryan move faster on that.
And businesses operate best with certainty. And Trump yesterday, I feel like that with the regulatory rollback, that's overshadowed by the travel ban that was put in place on Friday. And I got a text message yesterday from a technology executive saying, I don't know how I'm going to deal with and operate under 4 years of controversy if it's like this. And I do want to point out that travel ban, and we've been critical of these CEOs coming out publicly and talking about it, but it does make it hard to operate. And it did come out of nowhere for them. And they had employees around in these 7 countries. Right. They have people who have business travel plans. So they did have to stop down and figure out where our employees, where are they going, how are we going to operate. Now, I don't want to overstate it, but it does create uncertainty.
The really
industry in particular really depends on H-1B visa applicants.
Let's bring this conversation back to the policy, though, although I will just quickly say the delay of the Mnuchin vote by a day is total politics. It has nothing to do with betting his portfolio. They're doing this with a lot of the nominees just to exercise their frustration. This is a 90-day temporary travel ban from 7 countries identified by the Obama administration as terrorist hotspots, countries which we have no strong bilateral relationship with, the Sudan, Libya, Iran, Iraq, who are not cooperating on their side with making sure we put in tougher protocols on vetting. So we therefore have to come up with a better way to make sure people traveling from those countries into ours are not going to harm
perfectly logical.
Here.
I'm just saying, in practicality, over the weekend, it was executives were caught off guard by it.
Well, and look
that's
at the way our conversation's going. We were talking about the market and regulations. We immediately moved back to the travel ban.
And but David's making the right point, and that is it's all in the same umbrella of uncertainty.
Right.
And that's why. But here's the tweet that Donald Trump just is tweeting right now. Nancy Pelosi and fake tears, Chuck Schumer, held a rally at the steps of the Supreme Court, and the mic did not work. A mess, just like Dem Party. Fake tears, Chuck Schumer. I don't know. I mean, have we ever seen Chuck Schumer cry before with all of the terrorism that occurred in 2016? I haven't seen one tear shed, except for yesterday. He was all crocodile.
No, I said yesterday that he clearly has been taking acting lessons from Gwyneth Paltrow, one of the worst actresses on planet Earth.
What a performance!
I just want to say, though, in fairness on this point about obstructionism, I live down in Washington now, and that's the game, right? When Democrats were in power, they complained that Republicans were obstructing their nominees. Now Republicans are in power, and Republicans are complaining that Democrats...
Barack Obama had 7 nominees confirmed before he took office.
That is the way the game is in play.
Barack Obama
but it's
got
not
7
the game.
of his nominees
Barack Obama had many
one.
more, actually, than Donald Trump does today.
Again, the process got started later under Trump.
Oh, because of the ethics.
But it's the way the game is played. We're not going to be talking about this over in another week or two.
All right.